So I'm taking a break on my ride to work, taking it easy, left quite early today, and decided to make a video I've been wanting to make since I got this bike. And the reason I'm making the video is because I looked for this video when I wanted to buy the bike and I couldn't find the video. This is Centurion Crossfire Gravel 2000 EQ. There's a 3000 variant and a 4000 variant, and the 4000 variant has a couple videos on YouTube. The 3000 has one video, it's quite good, but the 2000 I couldn't find anything. So why I decided for this bike, I had it online, which I wouldn't recommend buying a bike online, but since I already have a Centurion e-bike, I kind of knew my size and what they recommended, and I checked a few places online, read some feedback and reviews, and took a risk, got the size M/L. I'm quite happy with it. I have, after I got this bike, I have in different stores tried out the next size smaller. Couldn't really tell much of a difference. I think it's a 3 centimeter height difference. Maybe the forebow here is a little bit longer, a little bit further, but I can't really tell. But what I wanted the 2004, the reason is because it's a bit cheaper, of course. It's the cheapest, it's the entry level, and it also comes fitted with fenders, because I'm using it as a commuter mostly. And yeah, Gepäckträger, not sure what the English term for that is. And lights integrated with a dynamo. Wanted a gravel bike for about half a year, and like I said, have good experience with Centurion. It's got Shimano group set Tigara, I think it's called. I'm not so familiar with it, but it's a 2x. As you 2x, it's getting a little dirt on it, but I've probably got about 500 kilometers on it, and one flat tire since I started. But I took it on Critical Mass tour already. Done quite a few bigger tours with it, but besides that, I think it's just a beautiful bike. It's so much fun to ride, basically drives itself. For anybody interested in this bike and looking for information, videos, there's basically one photo of this bike you can find online, and yeah, I wanted more, and so I'm making this video to put out there for anybody interested in this bike. The dilettante when it comes to bikes. I don't pretend to know very much about them. I just ride them. I got into it after moving to Germany and using it for my commute. I had a bike for my commute, and over the time the necessity became also a sport and hobby. So that's about all I have to say about the bike. I don't really have the best. I didn't really pick the best place to film a video. It's not very quiet here, but I thought if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. But as far as talking about the bike goes, this is pretty much where the video ends. Just a little bit about my biking experience. I go over a little gravel, a little bit of dirt, a lot of these tarred roadways, because there's a lot of good bike paths here. I wanted a road bike and found out that there were a lot of cobblestone roads sometimes that were just a little bit uncomfortable on the road bike. I was borrowing carbon fiber Canyon from my boss. Found out that my teeth were kind of falling out of my skull, and wanted something for a little bit more comfort, but that would just be used as a commuter bike. And I talked to a friend of mine, and he said, don't buy a gravel bike, that's stupid, it's ridiculous, you need to get a road bike. So I thought, okay, I'll get an old road bike and put some thicker tires on it. And his roommate sells bikes, and I asked about a Peugeot she had, and he said, oh, you just want it to be a hipster, there's such a hype with the Peugeot. And I thought, well, I can't buy a bike to satisfy anybody else, so I'm just going to do what I want. And I really like this bike, and I just kept coming back to it. I didn't like it at first at all. The colors I just thought looked too old, but now I think it's quite classy, and I'm quite in love with the look. Can recommend. 10 out of 10. Any negative aspects? Not that I can think of, but like I said, I just like to ride, so I don't put the spandex on or anything like that. So it's a good ride. Can recommend. Centurion. It's local, made in Magstadt. Right over there. Well, actually, it's made in Taiwan, but it's developed here. So Shop local if you can. Great bikes. So that's it. Thanks for watching. So I made it to work before the rain got here, thank goodness, and just wanted to add a quick word to the subject of size, because I didn't even mention how my size compared to the size of the bike. So I'm about I think about 5'7" or 5'8", pretty average, 1.74 meters, and a friend of mine with the Carbon Canyon road bike made some comments that it looked a bit too small. So or that I look too small for my bike, for my new bike. So he and I are about the same size, and I have, like I said, the two Centurions. My e-bike is size large, 53 centimeters. From pedal to seat where the post comes in, and this one is 56 at medium large, and this one feels smaller than the e-bike, even though this one is 56 centimeters and the e-bike says 53. It doesn't really make sense, but all I know is it feels comfortable. Since I've been riding it, the longest ride I've done on it is about 80 kilometers in a day, I think, and I've had no problems to speak of. When I have ridden the Canyon carbon fiber road bike, I have noticed that over time my arms hurt and my hands go numb a bit. Could be from poor technique, poor riding position, lack of training, I'm not sure, but it could also be that maybe the size small, and they don't convert. Sizes don't necessarily convert from one manufacturer to the other, but maybe the small road bike is a bit too small, and this one, like I said, I wanted to make the video right when I got the bike, but I think it's even better to make it now that I've been riding it for a couple weeks, and I've got 500 kilometers, probably about 500 kilometers on the wheels. And I didn't want to say anything about the quality of the bike in regards to the flat tire that I got. That was all my fault. I was just going up a climb, and first I thought my pannier was maybe a little bit weighted because I only have one on the side, and I was losing balance, but it just kept feeling like I was biking on a banana peel. And I said, oh, I know what that feeling is. So I checked in, it was rapidly losing air, and we just pulled a big, my boss helped me, pulled a big thorn out of the mantle. It has nothing to do with the quality of the bike. I stand by what I said, 10 out of 10. Yeah, compared to what I know. I don't have a lot of experience with bikes, with gravel bikes, but yep, I'm satisfied. Hope you liked the video, and you're able to see the bike from a few more different perspectives than what's available on the internet. So enjoy. Thank you.